Well, how you doing today? This is Jeff Thayer, and we're going to be talking today about the concept of inspiration at work. What I'm going to do is just simply give you some thoughts about how Jax in the book approaches work in a positive fashion, and a little more depth about how I do it when I work at Walmart. We all get up every day, and as Jax explains in the book, we tend to live in a sea of polarity, negativity, and the first thing that happens when you wake up, a lot of us, is that we essentially face a number of thoughts. A lot of them, if you wrote them down, tend to be pretty negative. So the question really is, how do you leave that at the door when you go to work, or when you leave home and walk into work and bring your A game to the table? There's a lot of ways probably to do that. I'm going to share with you one that has worked for me, and I invite you to try it. This particular page at the website is going to, on a continuous basis, feature images with statements over the images that are not mine. They are shared on the internet, and I collect them. And when I find some that I like, I usually save them, and I refer back to them on my phone, or I'll go to a website that I know has them. I share them on LinkedIn when I find them at my LinkedIn site, which you can go to below. There's a link for that. So basically, what I do simply is I go through that collection of statements or pictures, and sometimes videos if I find one that I feel is inspirational, and obviously I absorb it. I internalize it. I bring it into my heart for the day. I see the message as something that is given to me as a gift, and it's something that I carry with me throughout the day. Oftentimes I'll have the opportunity to discuss with a coworker how their day is going. Oftentimes they'll say something like, "I'm here," and I hear that awful lot, and it's something that you can't really argue with. It really doesn't pay to argue, but I'll replace it with something that I have seen that day and taken into my heart, and repeat it to them, not in a doctrinal fashion, but more in a humorous fashion, to see whether or not it elevates their spirit. So despite what happens when you wake up, very similar to taking a shower, brushing your teeth, I will repeat the message to myself throughout the day. I have a board in my home. It's a chalkboard, and with the kids that I have, oftentimes I will write the statement on the chalkboard and mention it to them as being the statement of the week. We had just had one. I'll give you an example. The statement is this: "The adversary whispered in my ear, 'You can't withstand the storm.' And the warrior answered, 'I am the storm.'" Now that particular statement was superimposed over the image of a lion, a male lion. Kind of looked like he wanted to eat. And it's a message of, overcoming whatever it might be, and realizing that you are in control of your thoughts, you are in control of your state of being and your attitude. And it's just a matter of creating a habit every day of finding an inspirational statement, an inspirational picture, an inspirational video. I oftentimes use music as well. Some music is clearly inspirational, and I will play it in order to get myself into my A game, so that when I go to work, I give Walmart the very best that I can. I give the customer the very best I can. And I give the coworkers that I have a relationship with the very best that I can. So there's not much more to say about inspiration as far as I'm concerned and how I do it. It plays a major role in StarFish. Jax is very upbeat, but that doesn't mean Jax, myself, yourself, that we don't get challenges, we don't have opportunities to overcome negative thought forms. And the only way I found to do that is replace them with something which is positive. And that tracks well with the other video that you can read or you can watch below on the Kabbalion. It's a very similar integrated way of living and of dealing with what we face every single day. So, without much more said, have a great day.